In today's presentation, we're going to talk about our lesson plan, and the topic is transport, and our subtopic is getting to school. The learning and teaching support material, in short, the LTSM, that we are going to make use is storybooks, flashcards, and games. The lesson aims. At the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to name different modes of transport, differentiate different kinds of transport, explain why they use different kinds of transport to get to school, distance from school to home or distance from the home to school. At least name 5 different kinds of transport, know the different kinds of sounds the different modes of transport make, and know where the different kinds of transport travel. Our teaching strategy. Visualization. This is the ability to create mental image based on the words we hear or the text that we read. Using this strategy can help students focus on the concepts or subject matter at hand. It brings concepts to life and encourages learners to make connections to the real world. The teaching method. The teaching method, we are going to make use of audio-visual aids like photos, videos, audio clips, and songs. This method allows the learners to see what the lesson is actually talking about. Learners learn quicker through pictures, audios, singing, and videos. It gives more interest when they are attracted by colorful pictures and sounds. Introduction that connects with prior knowledge and describes the purpose of the lesson. The learners have been taught about different modes of transport. This week we are going to learn about getting to school. The learners have to describe different ways of how one can get to school. The lesson will also make one understand why one has to use a bus and not walk to school. The lesson will also describe why other learners walk to school and not use transport. The next slide talks about development of content and connect with prior knowledge. The educator asks learners questions such as who walks to school? Who uses a bus to school? The teacher hands out blank papers to each learner and asks them to draw a car, a bus, or a taxi, or a bicycle. This way, the teacher will get to see if the learners have any idea of what they are talking about. After drawing the pictures, the teacher asks the learners to each tell a story on how they get to school. Consolidation. The teacher then combines all the information that was gathered during the classroom. The teacher finds the story and reads it to the learners with the title, Getting to School. The teacher then pastes charts with different modes of transport. The teacher points at one picture at a time and asks the learners to name what type of transport it is. Assessment during lesson. These are questions to be asked during the lesson and possible answers. The teacher can ask the following questions. How do we get to school? And the possible answer can be we can walk to school. We can use the bus to get to school. Why do we walk to school instead of using the bus? The possible answer can be because we live not so far from school. And name the different kinds of transport you know. The learners can say the bus, taxi, bicycle, car, and so forth. Homework. At the end of each lesson, the teacher asks the learners to go home and draw a picture of them going to school using the mode of transport they use to get to school. The drawing should include themselves, their schoolmates, the mode of transport they use, the road, and the school. The teacher can also ask the learners to go home and learn to tell the story on getting to school. After they had practiced at home, they are to stand in front of the classroom and recite their story. With the use of boxes and papers, create a bus, taxi, car, or any mode of transport you can think of and bring your finished project to school. Make use of clay crafts, any mode of transport you can think of, and bring your finished project to school. In a group of 3, go home and create a song or a rhyme on getting to school and present it to the classroom. The teacher writes down a play and gives each learner and then group them according to how close they stay next to each other at home and ask them to practice the play throughout the weekend. Then Monday they are to act out the play in the classroom. Our last slide, it's summary. At the end of our lesson plan, we have to do reflection. At the end of the lesson, the teacher asks the following questions. Did the learners understand the concept? Are the learners able to do all the activities the teacher asked them to do? Were the aims of the lesson achieved? Are the learners able to answer simple questions about getting to school? Thank you.